Hi guys, it's Mathilda, obviously, and you know that because you're on my channel. And today I am going to debunk some myths and misconceptions about the bottom surgery, the gender reassignment surgery, the SRS. It has many names. And I have actually done a video like this before, but it's like 1.5 years old and it was really bad. So watch this video instead because it's better, hopefully. But before we get into this video, don't forget to follow me on my socials. They're all down below, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's also down below. You really help a girly out. And also, please hit the little bell icon to get future notifications whenever I post. So, click it, thank you. But now, let's get into this video. So I have all of the myths or misconceptions, whatever you want to call them, here on my phone. And the first myth is it's an open wound. It will never heal and you will have to dilate forever to keep it open. Okay, so this is an incredibly common myth. It's the falseness for me. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, this is an incredibly common misconception. It's not an open wound. I mean, it's in the beginning, obviously, because you've had surgery. So in the beginning, it is an open wound. However, it heals like just in a few days. Then it's all healed, and then it's fine, and you will not have to dilate forever. If you're not sure what dilation means in the beginning or in the first few years after your bottom surgery, you will have to insert an object into your vag to keep it open, because like in the beginning it wants to close itself up, not like all the way. However, it will tighten if you're not dilating. In the beginning, the dilation schedule is like, it's crazy. You will have to dilate 3 times a day for the first 3 months. So in the beginning, it's like crazy. However, after a year, you'll only have to dilate once or twice a week, which is not really bad. And then after that, it kind of like gradually is less and less. You will have to dilate for, I mean, if you're in a relationship or not, that kind of depends on how much you have to dilate. I still dilate, but it's not often, like maybe it's not as often as it should be, but I'm in a steady relationship and I don't have to dilate. I'm fine without it. So, I mean, it's kind of like when you have an earring. First, you kind of have to put it in all the time, and then after several years, you can go without having earrings in for, I don't know, months or years at the time, and it doesn't close up. So that is kind of the same. But yeah, it's not an open wound and it won't close all the way. It'll just be like a wall if you don't dilate. But yeah, number 2, it's going to look fake. And I'm just going to be short about this. No, it doesn't look fake. The doctors are pretty great at what they do. I mean, they are the best at what they do, and it doesn't look fake. It doesn't. All vaginas look different. We're not all the same, and it looks normal. It doesn't look fake. I mean, no one could ever tell. But yeah, let's move on to the third one, and it's going to feel fake and foreign to you and your partner. I mean, a lot of people say that a cisgender man or any man would notice a difference down there, and that is going to feel fake and foreign, and that you're not going to connect with that part of yourself. For me, I've never felt like I couldn't connect to that part of me. Like after the surgery, like right after the surgery, even if it was swollen and disgusting, and I was just like, right after my surgery, I just felt complete. I've never ever regretted having the surgery. For me, it was like, obviously, this is what I'm going to have, and I have never in my life felt like this was a wrong choice for me. I've always felt like that part of me was always supposed to be there, so it's never felt fake or foreign to me or my partner. I mean, he's never complained, so that's that. Yeah, it doesn't feel fake or it doesn't feel foreign. Not for me, at least. But yeah, number 4, you're not going to feel anything down there. And I mean, this is a weird myth. Like, obviously, you will feel things down there. I can feel pain and I can feel, other sensations, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. However, it's a part of me, so obviously I can feel things down there. And right after the surgery, I couldn't feel as much just because I was on a lot of pain meds and the nerve endings were still, you know, trying to find each other. However, now obviously it's a part of me. Like, I've had her for like 6 years, 7 years, I believe, like seven years. I think that I've had her for 7 years. So yes, obviously I can feel her. Like, she a part of me. But yeah, number 5, you won't be able to them or it won't feel as strong. I'm just going to let you know right now, I never had an before I had my SRS because of gender dysphoria and so on, so I can't talk about that. However, now I can, and it feels fine. I'm satisfied. Like, this is pretty awkward to talk about, I'm not going to lie. However, I feel like I need to talk about it because like it's a major myth that is going around that trans women can't after having their gender reassignment surgery, and we can. The majority of trans women can, in fact, or after having their gender reassignment surgery. I can put up the facts here, the source here on the screen here, so you can read it, and I can also put the source in the link down below. But yeah, let's move on. Number 6, not being able to self-lubricate at all. This really depends on what kind of surgeon you go to and what technique he or she does. That really, I mean, it really depends on who you are as a person, the surgeon, the technique, and all of that. I myself, I can't self-lubricate to the extent where me and my partner can, you know, do the thing without needing some help. However, I know that a lot of other trans women can in fact do the thing without having help because of their self-lubrication. This is pretty awkward to talk about, I'm not gonna lie. However, I really feel like I need to talk about it and debunk the myth. However, I did my surgery 7 years ago and the technique wasn't as polished as it is now. That's why I can't self-lubricate to the extent where, you know, it works as good as the more recent surgeries. So yeah, let's move on to number 7. You can't have sex because you can't have a full depth. Okay, so this is a pretty common myth as well, that we have a very shallow vagina, and it's not. Like, there's something called full depth vaginoplasty and they give you a deep vagina. This is so awkward to talk about, I'm not gonna lie. However, I feel like I need to talk about it because like all of the myths and misconceptions, I don't want them floating around. But yeah, it's pretty awkward topic, but it's like 15 centimeters deep, and you can make the conversion yourself because I'm from Sweden and here we talk in centimeters, or not talk in centimeters, but we use the metric system. Oh my god, yeah. Number 8, you will be able to get pregnant or get periods. This is not at all true. I mean, I really wish it was, but it's not. Just because we get a vaginoplasty, we only get like the outside parts. Having biological children and getting periods, we need to have ovaries, uterus, and like a lot of other things which we don't get. Hopefully, praise to God, in the future the surgeons can make it happen. However, right now it's far from possible. Like, it's so far, and I really wish I could bear my own child and have a periods. And oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much when cisgender women are like, oh my god, you're so lucky you can get periods. Like, lucky? Lucky? No, we're not lucky. Like, if you're a cisgender woman, don't ever tell a transgender woman that we're lucky for not getting periods. Like, I really wish I would get periods. Like, I know that it can be painful. I don't know how painful it can get, but I really wish that I could bear my own child, that I could have own biological children. And periods, like, it's pretty cool what your body can do. So don't take that for granted, because like, I really wish. Like, your girl wish so bad. But yeah, it's not possible. But yeah, let's move on to number 9. Once you have the bottom surgery, you won't be interested in sex at all. I don't know like who made this myth up, but it's not true. Right after having the surgery, yes, you won't be, you know, that interested in doing the deed, because like, you know what they did, right? You had major surgery. You won't be like, give it to me. You won't, it won't happen like that. I'm just going to be honest, put all the cards on the table. You won't be that interested in doing the deed right after having the surgery. But take me, I never did anything prior to having my bottom surgery. However, now afterwards I have a boyfriend and everything is fine, you know, everything is great. So for my own personal experiences, I was more interested in doing things after having the surgery than prior to having the surgery. And however, that's just from my own personal experiences. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say really. But number 10, I believe, you will regret the surgery. The surgery rates are as high after having the surgery as before having the surgery. And this is completely false. I'm just going to tell you, I can put it here on the screen. A very small percentage regrets having their bottom surgery, and for the people that do regret it, it kind of ties into them having like a botched surgery, or that it's not really living up to their standards. So I don't know who made this up. I have read so much about this. It actually even said in the newspaper that someone just made up facts, like they just like took it from nowhere and put it everywhere, and now people actually believe it. Now that's out of the way, so let's move on to the last one. And this one is, SRS will solve all of your problems. This is a myth amongst trans women where we kind of believe that having the bottom surgery will solve all of our problems. And I'm not talking about the problems in our family life or, you know, the problems at work. We're not stupid, but our problems in our transition, like having gender dysphoria and so on. However, I just want to talk about from my own personal experience that having the bottom surgery will not solve all of your problems regarding your trans identity and so on. You will still need to work on that. And that is the harsh truth. I was under the impression that I would never have to deal with gender dysphoria again after having my bottom surgery. And I'm not gonna lie, like the majority of my gender dysphoria was just like tossed right out the window when I got my bottom surgery. However, I still suffer from gender dysphoria sometimes, and that kind of ties into a lot of other things. So no, having the bottom surgery won't be the last stop on your transition. I mean, for most people it is the last stop. However, you will still need to work on yourself. You can't be like having the SRS and then believing that everything is fine, everything is great, you will never have to deal with gender dysphoria again. And I mean, for some people, I kind of believe it is like that. I mean, I think that some people are just like happy right after having the bottom surgery and won't ever look back. However, for other people, I think having the bottom surgery, it's not an all fix. You won't have the bottom surgery and then your gender dysphoria is like all gone. You might still suffer from gender dysphoria sometimes, and you might still have to work on that. And I just want to let you know that it's not an all fix having the SRS. But yeah, I think that was all of the myths. However, I also want to add that I'm never regretting having the bottom surgery. It was the right choice for me, and I feel complete now. This was the right choice for me, and I don't think that I would sit here if I wouldn't have gotten it. But yeah, I just want to end on a positive note. But if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and also hit the little bell icon. Please hit that bell icon. Please hit it to get future notifications whenever I post. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.